I said this a couple months ago. About me being assaulted in a sexual manner while I was unconscious by my ex, okay? Khalil Barnes, to be specific. I mentioned that just because I don't have physical proof that you sexually assaulted me when I was unconscious, that you would still go and be locked up for the same thing and worse things. But this thing specifically, you've actually raped quite a few people, and they watch me. Yeah, they watch me. Why? Because you brought them to my channel. Yeah, you brought them to my channel. Used them as flying monkeys, gang stalking. But these same people that you have also sexually forced yourself on, the fact that they see me up here speaking, God is giving them the strength and the courage to speak up for themselves. That's what you're worried about, right? That's what you're pondering, right? Look, you should be, because people are about to speak. And that's not all they're about to speak on. 2:22 on my timer. They're going to speak on child molestation, which people knowingly knew that you were doing this. You did this for some type of payoff. You did this to gain off of people's pain, their innocence. Plus, you and your wife, or whoever you're with, my mother, are carrying a deathly debilitating disease. And you both know that you're carrying the disease. And you're purposely going around spreading it all across the city. 345 on my timer. Purposely, you are. You even thought you were going to make a plan to come back here and try to, seduce me, to get me sick or something. I don't know what. This is why, this is what's going to take you out. You lied on me before and said that I gave you something. I've never given you anything in my entire life. As a matter of fact, it was the other way around. God protected me. Because even when you did have something, I didn't get it. .444 on my timer, specifically hepatitis. I remember that. I remember that visit. And I asked you, how did you get that? Avoided the conversation, so I looked it up on the internet. And the only way to contract it was oral sexual contact, something having to do with bodily fluids, needle sharing, sharing drugs. Hey, leave that alone. Also, your counterpart, my mom. Yeah, yeah. It's going to come out, or it is coming out, that she poisoned my grandfather so that he would pass away earlier than his time. So that they could take an inheritance that had none of their names on it. None. And so that they can forge my signature. Mine. See, I know how to do my signature in a way that nobody else can copy it. Nobody else. So you had to have paid people to pass these forms through. You had to. Because since a kid, that's how I've thought. To sign my name in a way that nobody else on this planet, I don't care if you're an art major, you won't be able to copy my signature. They will find out that you and your cousin had everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. And that you planned it way ahead of time. You planned to poison my grandfather way ahead of time. You got other people in on the plot. My grandpa's not stupid. He knew this. Which is why he had other people in place to hold certain things, to hang on to this or that for when the time came. And the time is now. You've seen the things that I've spoken about you and about the group that you run with. You've seen these things and are still seeing these things come to fruition, unravel. Do you know what they do to rapists in prison? You know what they do to rapists? Child molesters? People who prey on the weak and the defenseless? You know what they do to them in prison? I do. You're going to find out. And just as hard as you went and wouldn't give up, wouldn't stop, as a matter of fact, you're still going. That's how hard you're going to receive everything that you've done. Everything that you've done. Till the last drop is paid. It's coming out of you. I promise. It's coming out of you. And you may think, oh, my life's over anyway, and oh, I'm gonna die anyway, or I'm gonna do. No, but you're going to suffer first. You are gonna feel the pain that you purposely wanted others to feel, that you purposely caused others to feel. That made you feel good about yourself. That is a demon. That is a beast. An animal that deserves to be in a cage. And that's where you'll be, in a cage. Yeah, you may be sick, deathly sick, which you are. But you won't leave here until God says so. So you will sit and you will suffer with everything that you have to deal with. Hold the weight, be crushed under the weight of everything that you've done to every last person that you've done it to. You can still keep trying to do what you want to do to me. I don't care. Because you're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything at all. 11:11 on my timer, except looking even the more foolish. But specifically in this message, you will pay for the sexual assault. That's number one. That's number one. You're going to pay for that. Yeah, you're going to pay for that. You like to force yourself on people. You like to bribe other people to go along with your mess, with your wickedness, with your crap. You heard me, and I know you heard me because you watched me. You heard me read the 10 plagues of Egypt, didn't you? 12:12 on the timer. You heard me read those verses. Moses telling Pharaoh to let God's people go. You are that Pharaoh. 1, 2, 3, 4 on my timer, and God has been telling you over and over and over, allowing you to dig deeper and deeper. See, after Pharaoh denied to obey what God had said, after a couple of after he denied what God had said a few times, God hardened his heart himself. He hardened it himself. Why? Because he knew he wasn't going to let up. 13:13 on my timer. So he's done the same thing with you. He's hardened your heart purposely, because you're going to feel the full force of all of the pain that you cause, all of the suffering. You think that you got childhood wounding now. You are going to experience hell. Hell like you've never experienced hell before. Before you actually go. You're going to experience a level of hell and torment and weeping and gnashing of teeth on this earth before you transition over. 14:04 on my timer. There is no rest for the wicked. There will be no rest for you. None. 14:14 on my timer. And while you're sitting where you're sitting, and you think, yeah, I may be like this, I may be, but I'm comfortable. Comfortability is not where it's at. As a matter of fact, if you're comfortable, you should be worried. You should be worried. Very much so. You should be worried. That means God's about to strike. And you won't ever see it coming. You won't even see it coming. This is going to hurt tremendously. And it's not only you that's gonna feel it. It's gonna be my mom that's gonna feel it. It's gonna be my sister that's gonna feel it. As a matter of fact, she should be in prison already, if not on her way there. Both of them. But they're going to feel it. Your family are going to feel it. The family I came through and left, they're going to feel it, and they are feeling it. But this is just the beginning of your woes. Just the beginning of your woes. See, I have a righteous anger in me right now. That means that God is mad. I know this, but you're about to experience it. 1616 on my timer. You're about to experience it. You know, the saying is that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. You haven't met God yet. You haven't met God yet. He's just giving you a taste right now. He's just giving you a taste. Yeah, he's just giving you a taste. A warm-up, if you will. Before he shows out completely. And he will. Grand finale. Wait for it. Wait for it. Vengeance is the Lord's. Love y'all, beloved. Sit back and watch. Because it's about to rain fire. It's about to rain fire. It might actually literally rain fire. Don't play with God or his people. Yeah, y'all pay attention to the elements from today on. Pay attention to how God uses the elements of his creation to blow all your houses down. Watch. The what are they called? Meteorologists? The people who read on the news, the weather report, they're not even gonna they've never even seen anything like what's about to come. Ever. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. You better get your last little smug comments and little kicking and whining out right now, because you're gonna have no words. You're gonna have no words. None. I promise. I promise. You're gonna have no words. None of you will. Wait for it. It's coming.